You're now looking at audioblocks.com, and audioblocks.com is one source on the internet that you can find for royalty-free music for you to be able to use in your videos. Another source is Digital Juice, and both of these are paid services. Now, along with the video creation software that you probably have, you're also going to have royalty-free music available. Now, in the case of some of the software, you're not going to be able to input both a voiceover and audio into the same video. You'll have to mix the audio and the voiceover together and then add it to your software. And that is the case with the software you're looking at, which is Sparkle Video Scribe. So that means then you're going to want to use your audio editing software. In this case, we're going to use Camtasia. But before we do that, there is one thing that you're going to want to take note of. If we go to the library of Camtasia, you're going to notice here that they've got royalty-free music for you to be able to use. So you can actually open up some of this music and you can actually preview what it's going to sound like. And if it's something that you feel as if would be appropriate for your video, you can actually use some of the music that they have inside of their library. The most important thing is going to be that you actually find royalty-free music that you have the rights to use commercially. So we're going to come back here to our audio voiceover, and this is the project that we had available in Camtasia. And what we're going to do is we're going to find some royalty-free music that we have on our hard drive and bring it into the editing screen here in our audio. You may have a source of royalty-free music. You don't have to use the service. Regardless, you want to find the file, drag this over into your clip bin. I'm going to close that out. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add this to the timeline. You're going to notice here that the music is going to be longer than our clip, which is actually fine. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that when we look at this timeline, that this particular music clip has an introduction, and the volume is going to be kind of low up until that point. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut out that part. We're going to do a little bit of editing here, and we're going to actually take out the low volume point. And we're going to cut that out. Then we're going to bring this back to our timeline at the beginning. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out at the end. We're going to let the music play a little longer after the video. And we're going to actually take out the rest. So one of the things that we can actually do in our audio is we can actually take one frame here. We're not working on the audio on track 1. You'll see it's grayed out here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to fade in this audio, and then we're going to fade it out at the end. We're also going to lower the volume so that it's well below the voiceover. Now what we want to do is we want to listen to this in real time to make sure it is what we want. Whether a company is operating in good or difficult economic times, Okay, so we may want to lower the audio a little more so that it doesn't overpower our voiceover. So we'll lower it some more, and then what we're going to do is we're going to produce a new audio. So all we do inside of Camtasia is we will go into this produce and share file, and we will then produce and share another MP3, and then we're going to produce this again. We're going to call this with music. Okay, so we have our file. We're now going to just click finish, and then the audio is then going to produce. Okay, so Windows will play this audio right away. There must be an overall goal as well as a core methodology. All right, so we're going to close that out. We're actually going to find the audio in our folder, and here it is. Actually, video 3 audio with music, and that's where our MP3 file now is. We're going to close this out. And we're now going to go ahead and close out our editing. And we have now completed the construction of our audio with music. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.